Good morning, and thank you all for coming this morning. It is always hard to lose a loved one, especially when the loss of that life comes from violence, such as in this incident. My thoughts and prayers have been and will always continue to be with the Hickman family. I hope today's announcements bring you peace. I would like to say thank you to the men and women of the Alton Police Department, as well as the Madison County Sheriff's Office, the Major Case Squad of Greater St. Louis, the Madison County Coroner's Office, the Madison County State's Attorney's Office, and the U.S. Marshal Service for their swift and decisive action in this case. This is a clear example of individuals in the Riverbend community and area law enforcement coming together to send a message that violent crime will not be accepted in our community. I am so thankful and proud of everyone helping and that have helped for showing their intolerance of violence and working together to solve this crime. I would like to take this opportunity to send a warning to any criminal wanting to commit violent crime in the Riverbend community. Rest assured that the men and women of this law enforcement community will spend countless hours to find you and bring you to justice. Now I'd like to invite Lieutenant Witovich, Incident Commander, Deputy Commander for the Major Case Squad of Greater St. Louis, to provide an update on this case. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, on the early morning hours of Sunday, August 26th, the Greater St. Louis Major Case Squad was activated to assist the Alton Police Department into the investigation of the apparent homicide of Karan Hickman. From that call out, 28 investigators from 17 different agencies responded to assist in this investigation. Throughout this investigation, 5 suspects were identified. 3 of the 5 suspects have been apprehended at this time. The facts of the investigation were presented to the Madison County State's Attorney's Office, and the following arrest warrants have been issued. You have a complete list of those that you can refer to, but for Markel Taylor, he was charged with first-degree murder and associated other charges. Jordan T. Jackson was charged with first-degree murder and associated other charges. Keando Jones was charged with aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Dalen Hampton was charged with aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Brianna Kincaid was charged with unlawful use of a weapon. Markel Taylor, Keando Jones, and Brianna Kincaid are in custody currently in Alton, being held in Alton. Jordan Jackson and Dalen Hampton are at large at this time. They should be considered armed and dangerous through this investigation. It has been revealed that they are on the run and hiding from police. We are actively searching. We are working in conjunction with U.S. Marshals and other agencies to bring them to justice. For the family of Karan Hickman, we are deeply sorry for your loss and hope that through our investigation and through these arrests that some sense of justice will be served for the family. If anybody has information regarding the whereabouts of Dalen Hampton or Jordan Jackson, you can contact 911, Crime Stoppers, or the Major Case Squad. At this time I'll turn it over to Tom Gibbons, the Madison County State Attorney's Office.
Thank you, Lieutenant Witovich. Chief, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. It is indeed a sad time for us to announce charges in a homicide. Anytime we lose a life, especially to violence, it is a scar in our community and a painful reminder of the fact that we do have a problem with violence in our society. Today, however, we are incredibly fortunate to have the men and women of the Major Case Squad, many of whom who have worked on this investigation, are represented here today. Their tireless efforts must be applauded. They must be recognized. They give up their lives, their families' lives, and everything they have to make sure that when acts of violence occur, they are there, ready to serve 24 hours a day until we get justice. And so their efforts have to be applauded. I'm grateful for that. I also want to recognize 2 members from my Violent Crimes Unit, Assistant State's Attorney Crystal Huey Lieutenant Witovich mentioned, there are 5 individuals charged, 2 charged in the homicide of Kieran Hickman. They are both charged with first-degree murder under 2 alternative counts. Jordan Jackson also charged with attempted first-degree murder in the shooting of James Harris, and with aggravated battery with a firearm in the shooting of Jamal McIntosh. There are 3 victims in this case. 1 lost their life, but 2 others still also seriously harmed. We would ask the community to be supportive of the families of all of the victims. Our hearts and our prayers go out to them. We want to assure them we will never stop in the pursuit of justice for their loved ones, for these crimes. And as the chief said, we want to remind anyone thinking of coming to Madison County, the Riverbend area, our jurisdictions, that if you come here and commit violent crime, you will be held accountable. You will receive a heavy dose of Madison County justice, and that's what you will see in this case for these criminals. We look forward to seeing them in court, holding them accountable, and getting